Hi, my name is Olivia, and I am the Witch of Wonderlust here on YouTube. So today I'm doing this journal / plan with me type of video. While I'm doing so, I am drinking this Spice Girl tea by Tea for Three. It's a chai tea. It's super good if you ask me. It will all be linked in the description below. So I am using this journal today, one of my many. I'm sure, like many of you, I have multiple journals. This is just kind of my everything journal, I guess. I put thoughts and poems, doodles or notes or literally anything. I just throw anything that this journal can take at it. So to begin with, I just gather all of my journal supplies, whatever that may mean. Stickers, washi tapes, photos, pictures that I've collected, things like that, little movie stubs or flight tickets. In this case, I'm using this piece of paper with some flowers on it. It's from a box from a gift that one of my sponsors gave me so graciously this holiday season. Again, thank you, Anna Louisa. Thank you, Mia. That was very kind of you to send me a gift. It was this really good smelling candle that after it burns down, you use the biodegradable label to plant wildflowers in. So I thought that was really neat, and I decided to use this photo, write down a little blurb of that gratitude because that was very nice of them. So here you can kind of see that I'm trying to figure out what page I want this on, trying to get a general idea of what I might want to do with it. So later on I'll be using one of these like little sticky note fold things that one of my friends Morgan got me a while back. I think they're really pretty. I just am too scared to use them because they're too pretty. But I grabbed my watercolors, and these pages don't take watercolor too well, but whatever. And I tried my best to match the colors of some of the flowers in the photo. I promise it looks better in person. I'm using just one of these little water brushes, but I ended up liking the streakiness with the soft textures of the photo with the flowers, and then I just glued that on and added one of the little sticky note thingies with the quote on it. Lastly, I just added a few pieces of washi tape to finish it up, and that was that before I got to writing. So then I just started working on my next spread for the getaway cabin that Alex and I went to this last week for his birthday. I had 3 little postcards that you could send to a friend, one you could write to yourself, and then another one that you could leave for Getaway, the brand, and just tell them how your stay was. All of the photos were so pretty that I just took all of them for my journal. I took them all home. And I'm using this tan beige tissue paper that was also encased with the gift of the candle that Anna Louisa sent me. I really liked the color of it, and I liked the different texture of tissue paper, so I just ripped that to size and tried to figure out and plan where I was going to put that. Then I just flipped the postcard and I wrote a little blurb on the dates that we spent there and the area that we were in. The particular cabins that we spent our time in was in Running Springs, Big Bear, California. And then you can see that I just figured out where I wanted everything, just planned out my spread. I glued that down and I used some of these like embellishments, I guess. I have this little bag of embellishments of just like random little knickknacks and whatnot that my mom got me a little while back, and you can just add them kind of wherever to just embellish your page of whatever journal or thing that you might be doing. So I just found these cards and I thought they were fitting because while we were at the getaway cabin, Alex taught me how to properly play poker. I still don't 100% feel like I am doing good or understand it very well, but it was fun regardless. So then I went back into the flower page and I just kind of wrote a little grateful blurb of how kind that was of working with sponsors that I really like and that have a lot of humanity to them. So then going into my bullet journal, this is the plan with me part of this video. I get a lot of requests to do plan with me, but I kind of feel bad doing them just because my spread for every single month pretty much stays the exact same, and I don't even really use themes, except for this month. I did use a theme. If you don't mind that and you really do want the Plan With Me videos, then by all means let me know. We could do like a monthly intention setting thing, but my spreads generally don't change, so I just kind of feel bad putting out the same content, it feels like, every single month. But yeah, I don't know, let me know if that is still something that you still want to see, because I do enjoy making these videos. They are a lot of fun. So like I said, I don't usually use themes, but for January this month, for some reason, I decided that I was going to go with this like foggy forest theme. It was inspired a little bit by another one of those like little sticky note things with a quote on it, because it was also a foggy forest, but I love foggy forests. I feel like that is kind of where my soul resides. If I ever was just a lost wandering soul on this earth, I would probably stay in foggy forests. There's just something about them. It's so magical. I feel like the trees can just whisper to you. I love places like Oregon and Washington, even way far northern California, and of course the Rockies. Something about a foggy forest just really feeds that mysterious side of me. Anyway, moving on. If my bullet journaling videos are new to you, then this is how I set up my full month. I'll just number all the way through every single day of the month, and then I will add every day of the week right next to it. Everything is super minimal, so if I want to get more creative, I can, but if I don't have the time or don't feel like it, then minimal it is, and it still works really well. I just added a few different trees with one of my favorite Zig brush pens. Everything that I use, all of the pens and whatnot, will be linked in the description below. I really like these pens because it gives you different shades on each side, and you can build up the shades. So if you want something darker or lighter or whatever, these are really good to do that, especially with like really quick sketches. So after that, I just add the full moons, the new moons, any important dates, birthdays, or things like that, kind of like an overview of my month. For now, I probably will just add the full moon and the new moon because, you know, I don't really want to add any personal information. Then the other side, I usually write goals for this month and a to-do list, like a general thing that I'd like to finish during this month. But this one, because it's January, I decided to just have a place that I could write down all of my 2020 goals, just things that I would like to do or see or finish or just start on. But again, leaving this blank because that's a lot of pressure to do that all on video. Alright, so next is my favorite page out of all of them. It's my habit and my mood tracker. So just like the month, I will just number all of the days in the month, and then I'll write down on the side all of the habits that I want to keep up with. And they're pretty general, so if you notice that it's not wake up at 6 a.m., it's just wake up early. So that might be whatever early is at the time, because sometimes I might have to stay up later for work stuff, or maybe I am able to wake up at 6 a.m. It just totally depends on how my life is going at that moment. So I try to keep them general and pretty open, and try not to get too hard on myself. I'll fill in every square. You can also do like an X or a circle, or have like a little mini stamp, whatever you want to do, just tracking those things that you are doing for that month every day. Then the next one is my mood tracker. So my mood tracker is set up the same way as my habit tracker, except instead of words like happy, sad, mad, emotions are so complex, I usually just kind of generalize them into little smiley faces essentially. You can also do things like green to yellow to orange to red if that is easier for you. Throughout the month, I will just put like a little dot and make it a line graph and connect all the dots as I go, just to kind of see how my habits and my emotions correlate. And also, if you have periods, this is also a very good way to keep track of that. For mine, I will just draw an open circle instead of a filled in dot. It's just good to keep track of those, just believe me. But if you don't have periods, lucky you. We'll just move on to the next page. So this next page is always my quote page. I like it right next to my habit and my mood tracker because it's kind of like that little motivating friend, like, yeah, go get it, go do it. These pages change every single month. This is probably the only thing that really consistently stays with a theme, or I mean a theme of colors at least. But here is that little sticky note thing that kind of inspired the foggy forest theme for this month. Then I added another one that had kind of that noir feel. So usually I will add more and more quotes as I go, things that I find on the internet or things that I hear people say, whether that be a favorite YouTuber of mine or somebody in person that really resonated with me. I'll usually write those down and try to make them look pretty here, but for this one, I recently watched one of my favorite movies, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Haven't seen that movie. I highly recommend. As you know, if you watched one of my past vlogs, the main character in there works for Life magazine, and their motto is a really wonderful motto, and there's this scene where he is rushing and going to do something that is like high stakes for him, and it's a really good scene. It's my favorite scene, and behind him is the motto of Life magazine, and it's just such a good one. To see the world, things dangerous to come, to draw closer, to find each other, and to feel. That is the meaning of life. Come on, that's a great quote. But anyway, the outside of this notebook, I know some of you are going to ask me, it was not bought like this. It was a cheap notebook from Michael's that I hated the color of. It was like this baby blue and just was not my thing. So I covered it in some fabric that I found at Joann's Fabric and just kind of upcycled it. But yeah, so that is my journaling / plan with me video. Super chill video for these holiday days, and I hope that it was a good break for you if you have a hectic day. If not, I hope that you took the time to journal or plan with me. And if you did, you used something similar or did something totally different or just want to share, go ahead and use the hashtag WonderlustCoven on Instagram. I love seeing the things that you post there. But as always, I will see you in the next video. Best of luck, be kind to each other, and may your gods treat you as you've treated others. Bye.